They were 30th nationally in scoring defense. Brianna Turnage set to jump center with Olivia Hutcherson for Princeton. Tap controlled by the Yellow Jackets. The win over Radford. Shot clock at 3. Termes, the swing, the heave, and it's banked in by Noguero from Gijón, Spain.
And you said it, that shot clock awareness. She just lets it fly, knows that she has to get it off. They can't finish or haven't finished early in this one, but those opportunities and looks are there.
So look at Georgia Tech's starting 5 as that one is stroked in by Olivia Hutcherson. Honorable mention, all Ivy, so they do lose a little bit of size from last year, but very athletic, very seasoned. Pass was jumped and stolen by Noguero. She has turned it, filling the lane. We'll go with the Euro step and the backhand layup for Noguero.
But you see right here, Noguero reads the passing lane, gets the steal, and then is savvy with the nice reverse lane. Euro step there too, and gets the bucket.
And for the native of Spain, this with a foot on the line. She strokes the long 2, make it 7 points for Ines Noguero. And Princeton, as you know, Fallon, mid-major in name only as you look at some of their casualties last year in non-conference play.
And Hutcherson, I like what I'm seeing from her early on. She's finding her spots and able to knock down shots.
Samuel no good, offensive rebound, and back up and in by Walker. Two by Chia, she's marooned. Off to St. Rose, penetrates on Termes, goes up strong and lays it in. The second team All-Ivy 2 seasons ago, former Ivy League Rookie of the Year. That's the Georgia Tech lead to 3 as Walker splits 2 and lays it home.
And that's a big-time play by Walker.
Here's the sophomore Emily Edie, down to Hutcherson. The dunk in on Termes got rejected by Ariadne Termes. 6'6", using every inch.
You just go downhill to make something happen. And you see Hutcherson trying to make something happen for her team.
Yeah, they almost lost it. Detached herself from Samuel, trying to thread the needle on the pick and roll. It was deflected and scrapped away by Moon.
And right now, GT's hands are just everywhere. Look at Moon.
Moon slithering and scoring coast to coast.
Opening and was able to get that rebound, but look at the hands for Georgia Tech. They are everywhere. Moon corrals the basketball, takes it coast to coast. No one can stop her, and she finishes at the rim.
2:20 first quarter, Georgia Tech up by 9. Tall, back to the basket. Just bullies over her defender and lays it in. Swooping in goes Deasia Thomas-Harris, but got her stick back stuffed by Taylor Charles. Another effort, no good by Thomas-Harris. Loads up a screen from Thomas-Harris, 7 seconds to go, puts her shoulder down, forces it up off the top of the backboard. 90 career games played across 3 seasons at Florida State. To steal by Chia, open floor, and the lay-in by Ashley Chia.
And maybe that could get her going. Position on this cut, and it was a last-ditch effort, but Chia reads that passing lane on that pass right there, gets the lay-in.
Just 3 versus Duquesne, albeit with also 5 assists. Thomas-Harris filling the lane, blocking foul to call, and she'll shoot 2.
The steal, and hopefully that can get her going. And it was a nice cut by Thomas-Harris. Yeah, just a little late by Belker.
Knee injury she suffered against Quinnipiac on November the 16th of last season. Cost her the remainder of an NCAA tournament year. Offensive rebound and the stick back by Hutcherson.
I jump on that last possession, but this one right here with this putback.
The Georgia native swooping in for points 5 and 6.
And that's big time. I mean, Skies to get that rebound. Woo!
But you gotta get back as Catherine Alben can beat everybody down floor. Shot clock's at 8. Tall to stare down with Turnage. Takes it in deep on Walker, banks it and scores, and a foul.
Play in the paint, but it's just aggressive. Realizes that she has the undersized Walker on her and just
stayed connected so far. Chia looking for an entry. Will pull up instead, rim it down.
It's just anticipating the cuts, thinking they have to make that pass instead of holding the basketball and looking for the second option.
Here's a 3 to tie, and it's down the well.
But you see this pass in the corner. Big time shot by O'Sullivan. She ties it up. And it's really just trying to have that steady pace. But, ooh, shooting the gap, Hutcherson.
Hutcherson striding in on Turnage. And the Tigers take their first lead. And Hutcherson has a chance for an and 1.
The land on that layup. Great anticipation by Hutcherson. She gets the steal and the and 1. And that's big time. You see Chia is loving it. That's the most energy I think I've seen.
Trying to take it in deep. Rifled around to Crawshaw. Back to Alben for a 3. Yes. Answers right back. We're back on level term. Crawshaw fakes the handoff, turns the corner, flips it in.
That was a big-time move.
We'll take another look. And this nice play off the fake DHO by Crawshaw and got the blow-by on Charles to a trailing Belker. Belker threads the needle. Out it comes Chia for 3. It's good. And we have time called.
With another deflection, getting the ball out of bounds.
Georgia Tech out of fouls to give. Belker to inbound. Bounces in tall, got the rip through. Splits a pair, got blocked by Termes. Good closeout defense by the 6'6" Ariadne Termes. Here's Samuel. Thought about the three. Down to shoot to Crawshaw. Feeling out the contact on Charles. Spinning, hooking, scoring.
Shot.
10-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. We'll see how active Georgia Tech is. Going 2 for 1. Tough finish on the pull-up by Noguero. Tall for 3. No good. Rebound clawed away by Alben. Trying to beat everybody down floor with 2 seconds to go. The layup by Alben.
They don't call her Cat for nothing.
Cat-like quickness for Alben.
Secure a home victory.
Princeton basketball to begin the second half. Lob down in deep. St. Rose got the step in the lane. Old Bridge, New Jersey, St. John Vianney. She was the number 46 player nationally out of high school by ESPNW. That three is pure. St. Rose, slingshot to the Chia for 3. Got it, and a foul. A chance for a 4-point play for Ashley Chia.
And got herself open so her teammate could find her. St. Rose does, and she knocks down a big-time corner.
The Golden State Valkyries then followed her across the country to Princeton, where they were teammates for a year. Backdoor feed, Noguero off the dish from Termes.
And I love it.
First in double digits with 11. Gives up the step to Belker, hangs, can't hit. It's up for grabs, pulled away by St. Rose. Driving on Walker with the left hand. Approaching the midway mark of quarter 3. Princeton 3 of 9 from the field in this third quarter. The backdoor feed to Hutcherson, and now Olivia Hutcherson.
Princeton was going to try and penetrate, but it was a great cut by Hutcherson to get the lay-in.
A backdoor feed, this time from Tech. Turnage finding Walker. Alben dribbled right into St. Rose, is poked away. Shot clock at 8. Backdoor feed, Noguero can't handle it. Into the hands of Chia. Trying to lead the break ahead to Edie. Georgia Tech hustles back. Tall. Down to Edie. Edie up off glass and in, and a foul.
Lay-in. And you see Thomas Harris goes for it. Heads up play. Nice dive. Nice cut.
Noguero with team high 11 points. Dribbling through traffic. Turned it over. Up ahead to St. Rose. Alben in pursuit. Can't get there, and it's a 1-point game. Inside of a minute, third quarter. Noguero off the back cut. Sets up Termes. Spinning. Banking and scoring.
And that's a big
Patience
time
catching
move.
that in the post. Only the third of the quarter against Georgia Tech. One more look. They'll clear out that side for Tall. Got smothered by Termes. She recovers. Shot clock at 10. Termes throws to Alben. Has to create. Blows by Chia and lays it in.
Go along with that speed and quickness.
And her speed is somewhere between blazing and blinding. She's got 12 points. A three-pointer with a hand in her face by Tall. A screen from Turnage. Trying to chisel her way in. Got it stripped away, though, by Hutcherson.
And that's a good matchup. Hutcherson and Walker, very similar players in body stature.
Tall wants another three. Gets another three.
Second team All-Ivy performer a season ago. She can put up numbers with the best of them.
Samuel down the baseline. Leans in and lays it in. Rebounded by St. Rose. Belker through the lane with the left hand. Belker. The 7-point Georgia Tech lead to begin the quarter. Sky Belker slicing and scoring. It's a Noguero running pick and roll with Termes. High wires that baseline, keeps the dribble active. The fadeaway banks it in. That was a clutch shot. Tech lead, 4:54 to go in our final quarter. Chia can't turn the corner on Noguero. Takes the refeed, rises up. No good from 3. Reeled in by Hutcherson, banks it again. Chia guarded by Samuel. Lays it off for Hutcherson. Given some space by Turnage. Tall with those back-to-back threes to kind of ignite this Princeton comeback. Belker behind the screen. A +1 to Tall for another triple. That one heavy. Races in, grabs the miss though. Dumps down to Hutcherson, and the Tigers take the lead. This is where all that returning experience for starters for the Tigers will pay off. The scoop layup too heavy. And Thomas Harris swoops in for the rebound. Lost her balance though. Laid in by Tall and one.
Staying with the play and is able to get that ball out of Thomas Harris' hands and get the and one. Princeton coming with this full court pressure.
It's a brand new Georgia Tech lineup, and like we said, in a tight game, final 3 minutes, Alben strokes the three, banks it in. Inside of 3 minutes to go, Princeton has the experience edge. Belker slicing, scooping, scoring. Walker now pulls it back to a flashing Turnage. Turnage trying to muscle her way in. Tough fadeaway, misses. Termis rebound, back underneath to Turnage. Turnage and one.
Turnage miss, finds her again. And great positioning by Turnage.
Off to St. Rose. Can she deliver a clutch basket in her return? She'll stroke the three and connect. Of that run to the NCAA tournament last year. And Princeton shows its poise down the stretch. They will open their season. The preseason Ivy League favorites knock off Georgia Tech 67-61.